Hello beauties, today we are making this beautiful reverse ombre unit with a middle part closure. I got this hair from Goldfinch. This hair stayed so soft. It has so much luster to it still. I loved it. So stay tuned and we'll go through my little process here. So as you can see here, besides for my nails screaming for help and attention, my knot, I do not use the loop knot on units. I use a literal knot that I do about 2 or 3 times of, and then I loop my string, my thread through that knot or through the opening between the 2 strings, and that's basically how I secure my tracks on units. I don't use the loop knot method on this because I want to have the least amount of string anywhere on my unit. I also don't cut my thread once I reach the end of a weft. I do cut the weft, but I continue on with the thread to the next track. That helps me ensure that the track is not moving. That track is not going anywhere. Okay, that and the fact that every stitch is close. I do that all the way up. I single stitch so there's no double wefts because I like it to be pretty flat and not bulky, not too many lumps or anything like that. Even though some people just do it at the bottom, you can still kind of feel the bulk of it. And I don't know, it just feels like hot dogs. You know how guys kind of have the hot dogs on the back of their neck sometimes? Women too, but that's what I feel like double weft thing feels like, hot dogs. Anyway, so I do single weft, and you'll be able to see here in a second. Yep, look at that, how close those stitches are. And then wherever the unit, the mesh cap is reinforced with manufacturally, I reinforce my stitching as well. So it's usually about 2/4 the way in or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to work that out mathematically, but you can see the lines. Anyway, I reinforce there and I stitch as close as possible all the way to the end. Even where the elastic band is, I make sure not to stitch through the elastic band, but over it through the mesh cap that is stitched over it. That way it can still stretch and not have any restrictions from my sewing. But I try to do everything in my power to make sure that these tracks ain't going nowhere, because it's not cute, sis, to have a unit for a month and then your tracks is living. Like, last time I seen that, I was like, sis, what did you doing? Who did you get that from? Because they don't care about you. And you should come to me because I care about you. And that's true. I care about all my clients. All right. I am rambling because this is taking forever. I'm not even gonna lie. I tried to speed it up, you know. But see, look, I do not cut my string. It's a daunting process.
One eternity later.
And once I get to the top, I'm just showing you how close that still is. I put my webs still close together. Once I'm happy with it, we will move on to the shampooing here. I do not, repeat, do not put shimmer lights directly on my hair, okay? Because it gives you the staining and stuff, so I do it like this. That way it comes out pretty even. That is some warm water there. And I'm just gonna put it in there and shampoo it that way. But hold up. Look at the inside of this unit. I just wanted y'all to see this real quick. The love and care that goes into these units. Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, so after I shampoo it the first time, I'm gonna keep it in there for about 5 minutes or so, let it soak up in there. Kind of like the watercolor method, but with shampoo. Get that yellow out of there. Look at that, that's beautiful. So I feel like we're ready to go with that one. So I just put it back on my canvas block head. The colors we are using today is the ruby red and wild cherry. I wanted some dimension, so I mixed the wild cherry in with some ruby red in one bowl, and then just had straight ruby red, as you can see coming up here. The purple bowl is the wild cherry and ruby red mix, and then there's the clear bowl with the ruby red, It did give me the little bit of dimension that I wanted without going too far. I still wanted it red, so you can see the two little difference there. Now that I have my colors and I have the hair the right tone that I wanted it, here we go. We are coloring. Now, I could have done watercolor. Yes, I could have. I am not one to turn down something as easy as watercolor that still works. It would have worked. However, I also have this annoying case of OCD when it comes to hair. I just can't let it go. So I have to be in control, i.e. not using watercolor, because I'm not that much in control of if I would have mixed the two colors, where they would land. So I wanted to make sure I had the colors exactly where I wanted them and also up to the line that I wanted them. I didn't want to curve or anything like that. So yeah, doing it by hand, guys. That's that love and care I'm talking about. Got up to the top. Only reason I put the fulls on here is because I did not want any of that red getting on my blind parts, okay? Because I spent all day trying to make sure that these red ass gloves, excuse my language, these red gloves did not touch this blonde hair in any way that it was not supposed to be. So here I am trying to remain in control again and put the fulls on there so that it does not mess up my vision. Anyways, it came out great. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I missed anything, please let me know. I would be happy to answer any questions you have, and then also I can make sure I keep that information in future videos. This is my first one, so trial and error, guys. I'm working on it. We're working on it. But isn't she beautiful? Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. More content coming soon. I'll also put in my social media handles so that you can go ahead and follow my other social media channels. And I do post on Facebook right when my units are available for purchase. So go ahead and check that out.